The silver teaspoon taps against the cup. The ripples settle as the parlor warms. I watch the shadows gently climb the rug, far away from daily rushing storms. My shoulders drop an inch into the chair. The mental clock resumes its steady chime. The street below is trading cars for stars, and all the heavy thinking turns to rhyme. Here comes the evening softly through the blinds, a golden glow that leaves the world behind. I do not need a crowd to feel at ease, just radio melodies and walnut trees. The kettle sighs, the paper folds away. This is my favorite corner of the day. The amber lamplight glints upon the ring my mother wore through 50 gentle years. It rests beside my glasses on the pine, keeping company with quiet cheers. I let an older record spin around, a saxophone that knows just how I feel. The walking shoes are resting by the door, and every simple comfort turns quite real. Here comes the evening softly through the blinds, a golden glow that leaves the world behind. I do not need a crowd to feel at ease, just radio melodies and walnut trees. The kettle sighs, the paper folds away. This is my favorite corner of the day. Some chase the early dawn with eager strides. Some love the new moon. Fortune seems so tall, but give me 6 o'clock when slippers fit, and peaceful silence settles in the hall. Here comes the evening softly through the blinds, a golden glow that leaves the world behind. I do not need a crowd to feel at ease, just radio melodies and walnut trees. The kettle sighs, the paper folds away. This is my favorite corner of the day. The spoon is still, the tea is nearly done. Farewell to all the racing in the sun, just me, the lamp, and twilight on the floor. Peace at my door. A distant trolley bell echoes down the block, calling off the daytime, winding down the clock. Hang your coat behind the door and pull up a chair. Leave the heavy city traffic standing out there. I can see the long hours resting on your brow. Let the evening take the wheel right now. The streetlights flickered on just 5 minutes ago, and the kitchen kettle has begun to whistle slow. You made it through another crowded afternoon. Now listen to the radio, settle on a tune. Evening suits us well, my weary friend, softening the corners as the daylight starts to bend. Put the worries of the pavement far away. We have found our quiet harbor at the closing of the day. Let the like all the trouble from our younger days. You were always running twice as fast as time, trading precious moments for a nickel and a dime. Take this cup of cider and a slice of bread, count the blessings walking by. Instead, the neon sign across the way turns amber red, while the world outside is hurrying to bed. You survived the rush, you weathered every storm. Now the porch is peaceful and the parlor fire is warm. Evening suits us well, my weary friend, softening the corners as the daylight starts to bend. Put the worries of the pavement far away. We have found our quiet harbor at the closing of the day. Let the tempo ease, let the laughter start. There is gentle warmth waiting in your heart. Remember how we used to think the night was for the young, chasing after melodies we never quite had sung. Now we know the sweetest sound is sitting face to face, finding all the comfort in an ordinary place. Even suits us well, my weary friend, softening the corners as the daylight starts to bend. Put the worries of the pavement far away. We have found our quiet harbor at the closing of the day. Let the tempo ease, let the laughter start. There is gentle warmth waiting in your heart. Trolleys turn around beneath the stars. Gone are all the rushing trains and cars. Rest your shoulders, take your time tonight. Everything we need is in this parlor light. Evening suits us well, my friend. Evening suits us well. Warm cinnamon and butter filled the hall as shadows stretched along the parlor wall. Old Franklin hung his wool coat on the stand and wiped the daily dust from either hand. The copper kettle whistled low and sweet, a gentle welcome from the busy street. The mantel clock counts down the final light, while Clara turns the radio just right. A sweet brass tune begins to softly roll and puts a little rhythm in the soul. Now the parlor floor is open wide, with all the worries pushed aside. Two silver heads together sway to dance the stubborn hours away. The supper waits upon the stove, surrounded by a quiet love. She hands him back a wooden mixing spoon and sings along to some forgotten tune. He twirls around the braided kitchen rug, then pulls her close into a patient hug. The window panes reflect the amber glow of 40 pleasant autumns in a row. The mantel clock counts down the final light, while Clara turns the radio just right. A sweet brass tune begins to softly roll and puts a little rhythm in the soul. Now the parlor floor is open wide, with all the worries pushed aside. Two silver heads together sway to dance the stubborn hours away. The supper waits upon the stove, surrounded by a parlor floor is open wide, with all the worries pushed aside. Two silver heads together sway to dance the stubborn hours away. The supper waits upon the stove, surrounded by a quiet love. The copper kettle breathes its final sigh. The stars take over in the navy sky. Two teacups set upon the tray, a lovely end to another day. A sudden thought of you dissolves the pearlless silence, drifting through the quiet like an unexpected bell. The copper street lamps hum with gentle reassurance, casting long reflections where the amber shadows fell. Outside the window pane, the taxis slow their pace. The twilight paints a soft portrait across your face. The grandfather clock strikes 7:30. The needle finds the groove upon the turntable shelf. A low brass saxophone reaches up toward heaven, and neither one of us is lonely with ourselves. There is a spark that catches when the day goes still, a lingering hum that settles on the windowsill. We watch the harbor lanterns blink from green to red, with all the sweetest words that never need be said. The evening takes our hands and leads us in a sway, a slow and tender waltz to close another day. You pour two glasses from decanters on the sideboard. The ruby liquid catches light from off the chandelier. Across the cobblestones the evening traffic hushes, and suddenly the bustling city feels so small and near. You tilt your chin and smile, remembering 40 years of laughter in the hallways and forgotten tears. The mantel clock keeps time with steady grace. The velvet curtains frame the avenue below. A touch of string quartet fills up the cozy space, and time slows down to let the embers softly glow. There is a spark that catches when the day goes still, a lingering hum that settles on the windowsill. We watch the harbor lanterns blink from green to red, with all the sweetest words that never need be said. The evening takes our hands and leads us in a sway, a slow and tender waltz to close another day. Let the rushing world outside keep racing on its track. We have everything we need, there is no looking back. Just the murmur of the radio and shoes upon the floor as twilight pulls its curtain down outside our door. The record plays its final chord and gently starts to hiss. No cinematic silver screen could capture warmth like this. The streetlights flicker yellow through the misty blue, and all the quiet tension turns to love with you. Where did the hours go before the porch lights turned gold? I was counting the buttons on my wool coat, thinking of seaside postmarks from 1962. Then the radio hums an old melody the stove sighs a soft little tune. My spectacles slide down the bridge of my nose. One thought meets another as the dust softly grows. It is that gentle time when the parlor turns sweet. A wandering mind watching cars down the street. Nobody is rushing. The mantle clock chimes. We gather the pieces of happier times. Let the evening unfold like a ribbon of gray as the quiet comes in to wash over the day. Did I water the ferns or just imagine the green? There is dust on the shelf where the brass used to gleam. I can hear neighbors closing their garden gates tight, wondering if tomorrow brings rain or clear light. Mother's knitted throw blanket resting over my knees, carried along by the whispering trees. The street lamp ignites with a flicker and glow. Everything eases to peaceful and slow. It is that gentle time when the parlor turns sweet. A wandering mind watching cars down the street. Nobody is rushing. The mantle clock chimes. We gather the pieces of happier times. Let the evening unfold like a ribbon of gray as the quiet comes in to wash over the day. Footsteps and memories cross on the rug, pouring some warmth in a blue ceramic mug. No need for answers, no puzzles to solve, just watching the ceiling and shadows revolve. Where did the hours go? It really does not matter now. Just a sweet violin on the radio dial, resting my eyes for a while. Resting my eyes. This deep mahogany armchair catches all my ears. It's leather soft from 50 winters wear. The parlor lamp is golden as the daylight disappears, and I finally have a quiet hour to spare. I take a fountain pen to write across the line, to find the restless fellow that was me. You were always running toward a distant finish sign, blind to all the beauty you could see. Slow down your stride, you will make it through the gale. Every single stumble has a reason and a grace. The ship will find its harbor when the wind departs the sail, and peace will come to settle in our place. Look at this evening, warm and gentle still. Everything you fear turned into quiet on the hill. You worried over pennies and the ticking of the clock. You thought each closed door meant a bitter end. Now sitting in this heavy seat, as sturdy as a rock, I wish I could have told you, my young friend, the broken promises you wept for in the rain were clearing room for blessings yet to come. You did not need to carry all the burden and the pain, or march to every battle like a drum. Slow down your stride, you will make it through the gale. single stumble has a reason and a grace. The ship will find find its harbor when the wind departs the sail, and peace will come to settle in our place. Look at this evening, warm and gentle still. Everything you fear turned into quiet on the hill. If you could see me now beside the mantel shelf, unbuttoning my coat without a care, you would learn to forgive yourself and trust the road that leads us to this chair. Rest your tired feet tonight, boy, the dusk is kind. The letter ends here. We are doing just fine. Copper and plum illuminate the counter glass as workers on the pavement hurry past. A Chinaman beside me tips his weathered hat, asking if the wooden stool is free for a chat. He orders tea with milk, I order pie, watching twilight paint the fading sky. He says the rush is over, now the town can breathe. I nod my head and watch the kettle steam begin to wreathe. There is a gentle rhythm when the daylight leaves, a softer kind of story that the evening weaves. We talk of 40 years ago, of records we both spun, two strangers finding comfort as the day is done. Jukebox in the corner plays a mellow tune. He looks out at the street lamp rising with the moon. He tells me of his sweetheart from the eastern shore, and how they used to waltz across the parlor floor. I tell him of my garden in the quiet spring, and all the peaceful moments that the shadows bring. He says it's good to share a memory or two. I tell him that I feel the very same way too. There is a gentle rhythm when the daylight leaves, a softer kind of story that the evening weaves. We talk of 40 years ago, of records we both spun, two strangers finding comfort as the day is done. The neon diner letters flicker warm and red, while so many silent memories remain unsaid. Yet in this cozy corner on a quiet street, time moves slow and easy where two travelers meet. There is a gentle rhythm when the daylight leaves, a softer kind of story that the evening weaves. We talk of 40 years ago, of records we both spun, two strangers finding comfort as the day is done. He pays his check and offers me a parting smile, thanking me for sitting and listening for a while. Copper turns to indigo outside the pane, until we cross our paths along the road again. Yesterday you mentioned how the street lamps always hum before the sparrow finished whispers his final garden song. Now the brass clock marks the hour with a steady little click. A matchstick leaves a ribbon in the center of the wick. The neighbor shuts his wooden gate, the latch gives off a chime, and dust motes turn in velvet air, taking up their time. Nothing urgent calls us from the hallway by the stair, just a kettle whistling soft and sweet into the air. There is rhythm in the quiet, there is music in the floor, in the wool socks sliding softly past the heavy parlor door. Every corner finds its comfort, every picture holds its frame, while the kettle and the fireplace whisper one another's name. Yesterday you noticed that the green wool throw was worn, right along the fringe where 20 autumns had been born. Here the blue china teacup shows a hairline painted seam, resting beside the pitcher with the tablespoon of cream. Someone parked a sedan near the maple down the drive. Headlights cut the window blinds and keep the room alive. Nothing pressing waits beyond the lace along the sill, just the murmur of the radio and everything is still. There is rhythm in the quiet, there is music in the floor, in the wool socks sliding softly past the heavy parlor door. Every corner finds its comfort, every picture holds its frame, while the kettle and the fireplace whisper one another's name. Oh, a folded evening paper on the corner of the rug, a sweater button resting near the chipped ceramic mug. We do not need a celebration, neither loud nor grand, with an envelope of memories right inside your hand. The grandfather clock strikes 8 times, slow and deep. The yellow cat upon the rug is halfway into sleep, just as you remark, my dear. The street lamps softly hum, and the gentlest part of evening has begun. Red woolen yarn beneath my fingertips still holds the chill of seaside air. I pull the collar to my lips and suddenly you are sitting there. The parlor lamp begins to glow as daylight surrenders to the street. The needle glides on vinyl sounds, spinning a waltz from 40 years ago. My weary feet upon the ground remember steps we used to know. Twilight brings the quiet rhythm back, painted in shades of copper brown. We dance between the shadows and the light before the evening settled on the town. Every stitch reminds me of your smile, holding the night a little while. The tea kettle hums its gentle tune, steam curling upward to the beam. Outside an early sliver of the moon slips through the curtains like a dream. You wore the sweater when the gale blew through the harbor docks at dawn. The music swells, the shadows lean, drawing a circle where you stood. I close my eyes and see the scene curve like a promise in the wood. Twilight brings the quiet rhythm back, The parlor dims into the blue. The fabric holds the scent of you. Evening tension softens into rest, still dancing softly in my chest. The ballroom and 8 on the mantel clock will mark the hour you take my hand. I picture us laughing by 40 years of dust beside the phonograph stand. You will turn down the wireless, I will pour the sweet cider wine, and find every step of the foxtrot we danced when your brown hair was fine. The evening will gather its shadows in blue, and all of the promises finally come true. We will swing across the parquet floor without a single care, with silver in our laughter and silver in our hair. The kettle will whistle, the supper will wait. We will hold each other close until the clock strikes late. That future little twilight has a rhythm all its own, the sweetest kind of evening that we have ever known. The window will show all the neighborhood lights as families gather inside. We will look at the garden we planted in spring, and feel a quiet pride. Your cardigan pocket will carry my glasses. My slippers will rest by the door, and we will still whisper the very same jokes we traded so often before. The shadows will lengthen along by the sill, while all of the town grows peaceful and still. We will swing across the parquet floor without a single care, with silver in our laughter and silver in our hair. The kettle will whistle, the supper will wait. We will hold each other close until the clock strikes late. That future little twilight has a rhythm all its own, the sweetest kind of evening that we have ever known. I see it so clearly whenever the dark begins to gently fall. A couple of sweethearts who weathered the rain and loved through it all. The record will spin on that cozy future night, and keep our old slippers moving light. We will swing across the parquet floor without a single care, with silver in our laughter and silver in our hair. The kettle will whistle, the supper will wait. We will hold each other close until the clock strikes late. That future little twilight clicking once to test the yellow spark. I tell myself there is no need to hurry late. Now that twilight settles into dark, the radiator clicks a steady rhythm on the wall, and I wonder what old records I might play. My thoughts are humming softly in a gentle row, watching how the shadows stretch and grow. There is a lively pulse inside this quiet place, time enough to slow my steady pace. Here in the stillness, the evening takes flight, gathering memories into the night. No urgent footsteps out on the street, just an old melody, mellow and sweet. I find a warmth that the daytime concealed, now that the parlor is peacefully healed. I turn the brass knob of the standing floor lamp, letting gold velvet fall over the floor. Outside the window, the sidewalk is damp, while I lock the bolt on the heavy front door. My heart feels untangled, my breathing comes slow, drifting along with the phonograph glow. Some people race through the end of the day, chasing tomorrow before it arrives. I would much rather sit quietly and stay, counting the blessings that sweeten our lives. Here in the stillness, the evening takes flight, gathering memories into the night. No urgent footsteps out on the street, just an old melody, mellow and sweet. I find a warmth that the daytime concealed, now that the parlor is peacefully healed. The brass lighter cools in the palm of my hand, the night makes its peace with the sleeping land. I close my eyes and listen to the song, right where I belong. Footsteps and rubber tires whisper through the darkening lane below your window pane. You hang up your coat, shake away the rain, and sit where the radio plays something true. The kettle is humming a steady low tune, welcoming evening ahead of the moon. The working day is packed away in boxes, the busy town is folding up its trade. We have outlived the hurry and the foxes. Look at the peaceful shelter we have made. Put your worries by the door tonight, let the twilight find you smiling once again. There is comfort in this amber tinted light, sharing memories with my dearest, oldest friend. We do not need to hurry or pretend, just put your worries by the door. A heavy iron latch clicks across the street as neighbors bring their groceries home in bags. You tell that old joke about the dusty street and chuckle till the weary spirit flags. The parlor clock ticks with a gentle reply, marking how softly the minutes roll by. The working day is packed away in boxes, busy town is folding up its tray. We have outlived the hurry and the foxes. Look at the peaceful shelter we have made. Put your worries by the door tonight. Let the twilight find you smiling once again. There is comfort in this ember-tinted light, sharing memories with my dearest, oldest friend. We do not need to hurry or pretend. Just put your worries by the door. We knew these sidewalks when the elms were small. Through every stormy winter, gold and green. Now let the peaceful dust surround us all, with nothing bitter standing in between. Hear that distant whistle down the track. The evening tide has brought you safely back. Rest your shoulders, settle in your chair. Nothing matters now but sitting there. Put your worries by the door, my friend. Put your worries by the door. Fresh roasted garlic floats along the porch as dust pulls down the blue above the trees. Old Arthur wipes his spectacles in silence, and May hums along to quiet melodies. The day's heavy labor folds into a drawer, replaced by the gentle rhythm of the floor. The stovetop keeps its steady flame while streetlights softly speak their names. The world outside begins to slow, inside a swing begins to grow. There is a lively warmth in dinner hour, when shadows lengthen by the garden flower. Two pairs of slippers shuffle round the rug, 2 cups of cider poured into a mug. The night is sweet, the supper nearly done. They catch their stride beneath the setting sun. He winds the clock and takes her by the hand, between the cupboards and the kitchen sink. A scratchy record spins a brassy band, before the tired neighbors stop to think. They turn the wooden spoons into a sway, and laugh about the trials of the day. The kettle whistles clear and bright, a beacon in the velvet night. No hurry left for them to chase, just simple comfort in this place. There is a lively warmth in dinner hour, when shadows lengthen by the garden flower. 2 pairs of slippers shuffle round the rug, 2 cups of cider poured into a mug. The night is sweet, the supper nearly done. They catch their stride beneath the setting sun. 40 years of evenings passed along this street. Still they find the tempo when their glances meet. Not a word is needed, not a single sound, beyond the melody that turns around. The soup is served, the window framed in gold, a peaceful chapter waiting to unfold. They share a smile, they pull each other near. The sweetest time of all is right here. Arthur rests his hand upon the chair, with supper music in the evening air. Silence possessed the hall until your laughter crossed my mind. A gentle shift of focus, leaving all the noise behind. The camera angles down the hall, where amber shadows fall, reflecting off the oval mirror hung against the wall. You turn the brass dial on the lamp, the filament begins to glow, illuminating dust motes drifting in the patient show. The radiator clicks in time with distant city cars. A panoramic window frames the first few scattered stars. The scene is set in honey tones. The dialogue is low. Roll the late edition of this quiet picture show. Let the evening linger where the easy currents flow. We have caught the magic hour, steady and complete, watching twilight settle softly down our sleepy street. No dramatic endings here, just comfort in the frame as the fading skyline softly whispers out your name. The turntable is spinning now, a needle finds the groove. A muted trumpet breathes a note that barely needs to move. Close up on your weathered hands, unwrapping peppermint, the silver paper catching light with just a tender glint. Outside the tall apartment glass, the neon slowly clears, a backdrop painted rich and calm across 40-some odd years. The ice cube melts within the glass as every bustling urgency, the soundtrack settles into warmth. Roll the late edition of this quiet picture show. Let the evening linger where the easy currents flow. We have caught the magic hour, steady and complete, watching twilight settle softly down our sleepy street. No dramatic endings here, just comfort in the frame as the fading skyline softly whispers out your name. And across the bookshelf where the faded covers rest, every chapter written says that simpler times were best. Hold the focus steady on the smile upon your face. Nothing in the wider world could ever take this place. The heavy velvet curtains sway, the projector dims away. Just you and me inside the final scene tonight, bathed in soft sepia light. Fade to come. How does a room know when to yield its daylight? Nobody rings a chime yet the walls surrender gracefully. I wonder if the swallows nesting under the eaves keep account of every passing breeze, or if they simply drift along the cool air currents, much like this stray thought of the station wagon we sold in June. There's no reply from the hallway mirror, just the blue reflection of the kitchen clock. I was meaning to mend that loose coat button. Then I remembered the smell of rain in Monterey 40 years back, when we had 2 suitcases and a map, folding the paper corners to mark where the highway ended. The evening gathers its gentle hum, a slow migration of thoughts that come and go. No need to finish every sentence spoken, no need to mend every little thing that was broken. Here in the quiet between 7 and 8, the world simply loosens its weight. Water heating in the copper kettle, singing a small persistent tune on the burner. My reading glasses sit on yesterday's newspaper. Hold it to the crossword puzzle I left half done. 7 down, a 6-letter word for contentment. Perhaps it is just sitting here watching dust motes float. One memory brushes against another, like coats hanging together in a narrow closet. You walk across the cedar floor in wool socks, carrying 2 ceramic mugs without a word. And the mystery of where the day disappeared to does not need solving anymore. The evening gathers its gentle hum, a slow migration of thoughts that come and go. No need to finish every sentence spoken, no need to mend every little thing that was broken. Here in the quiet between 7 and 8, the world simply loosens its weight. Steam rising in pale ribbons, the blue flame clicks off. A quiet room, a settled heart, floating softly into the dusk. The heavy leather rocker settles deep into the braided rug tonight. My shoulders finally release their tension, bathed in mellow amber light. I pull a blank page near the inkwell, thinking back to 22, when every clock felt like an enemy, and life was rushing past you. You ran so fast to chase the horizon, afraid you would be left behind. If I could reach through 50 winters, here is what I would remind. Tell the younger heart to rest a while. The road will find its proper place. Every storm you dread will pass away, leaving kindness on your face. You do not have to conquer everything before the stars begin to gleam. Sit back and let the twilight carry the quiet beauty of your dream. The frame of this old sturdy chair has held me through 1,000 nights. It held the grief of early failures and watched the fading city lights. I know you've read about tomorrow's bread and whether love will come to stay. Believe me when I say the table is full, and love is here to guide the way. You spent your strength on foolish worries, afraid of shadows in the hall. If I could send this paper backward, you would not be afraid at all. Tell the younger heart to rest a while. The road will find its proper place. Every storm you dread will pass away, leaving kindness on your face. You do not have to conquer everything before the stars begin to gleam. Sit back and let the twilight carry the quiet beauty of your dream. Now the kettle hums a gentle tune, the mantle clock keeps steady time. The frantic rhythm of our yesterday has smoothed into an easy rise. So breathe all your wanderings on earth.
Lavender light base, the vinyl seats spilling across the checkered floor. You brush the road dust from your coat and glance toward the open door. You ask if the stool beside me is free. I nod with a welcoming smile, glad for a little company to linger here for a while. We do not know each other's names, yet words flow easy as tea. The evening unwinds its gentle tension, setting our tired thoughts free. Two different lives on a quiet route, meeting right when the neon glows, sharing a slice of lemon pie before the late diner closes. You tell me about the train you missed, the suitcase held with green twine. I speak of the garden behind my fence, the grapes on the backyard vine. You chuckle softly and stir your cup, finding a rhythm we understand. Older folks trading simple tales, like coins in an open hand. Night settles deep in the parking lot, the headlights glide slow and clear. Strange how a heart can find its ease with someone just passing near. No need to explain the years gone by, no promises left to make. We do not know each other's names, yet words flow easy as tea. The evening unwinds its gentle tension, setting our tired thoughts free. Two different lives on a quiet route, meeting right when the neon glows, sharing a slice of lemon pie before the late diner closes. You check your wristwatch and pay your bill, wishing me safe journeys ahead. I watch the lavender fade to blue, remembering the kindness you said. Safe travels along your road, my friend. Safe travels into the night. Watch out, the twilight creeps. You remarked yesterday by the garden gate, and now I sit watching that quiet change arrive. A blue woolen throw draped neatly over the wicker chair, the copper tea kettle cooling on the rear burner, a neighbor's porch bulb glowing pale and square, while two little sparrows settle in the cooling air. Every small detail takes his rightful place, filling the corner corners with familiar grace. There is a tender kind of company in the room, in the steady sweep of an old parlor broom. The brass mantel clock striking 8:06, the fold in the postcard lying on the slate. Everything is resting right where it belongs, drifting along with forgotten radio songs. Car headlamps cast yellow ribbons across the ceiling wall. A ceramic mug leaves a circle on the evening news. The hallway floorboard gives a single gentle creak, while amber light deepens along the cedar trim. A tiny moth flutters near the curtains peak, content with the glow as the windows grow dim. Every slow movement feels measured and sweet, sheltered away from the bustle of the street. There is a tender kind of company in the room, in the steady sweep of an old parlor broom. The brass mantel clock striking 8:06, the fold in the postcard lying on the slate. Everything is resting right where it belongs, drifting along with forgotten radio songs. You told me yesterday that night comes on too fast, yet watching these moments makes the evening last. The armchair cushion gives a familiar sigh underneath the calm and violet September sky. A dry metal teaspoon resting in the porcelain tray, the peaceful conclusion of another simple day. Just like you said yesterday, dusk settles slow and deep, rocking the tired parlor gently off to sleep. Free green velvet gives beneath my thumb, soft as the dust that gathers when the day is done. I feel the riches that your fingers knew back when this parlor smelled of mint and tea for two. A single stroke across the worn out seam unlocks the doorway to an older dream. The porch light flickers to life outside. The evening tide begins to rise, and all at once the parlor walls divide. Suddenly it is 1972. The phonograph plays while I look at you. We spin across the rug without a care, with magnolia blossoms in your hair. The twilight holds us in its tender grace. Time rewinds in this familiar place. Coarse woolen stitches run along the cuff, proof that a simple life was more than enough. I close my eyes and hear your laughing tone, whispering softly that we are not alone. The dinner plates are resting on the shelf, while memory keeps dancing by itself. The grandfather clock strikes 6:30. The shadows in the golden lamp glow mix, restoring everything that time forgot to fix. Suddenly it is 1972. The phonograph plays while I look at you. We spin across the rug without with magnolia blossoms in your hair. The twilight holds us in its tender grace. Time rewinds in this familiar place. Years can fade the fabric, turn the emerald pale, blow away the summer like an autumn gale. Yet under every fiber that my fingers trace, I still behold the beauty of your face. Frayed green velvet cools beneath my hand, the sweetest evening in the promised land. Rest your head, my love, upon the chair. I can still feel you standing there.
The painted Roman numeral 7 will glow in the dusky hall, reflecting a quiet amber light across the floral wall. I picture us decades down the line, moving slow and sweet, stepping into the parlor room on soft felt slippered feet. You will carry 2 porcelain cups filled with chamomile tea, and smile across the sideboard like you always do at me. The world outside will hurry by in modern Russian glare, while we preserve this little pocket in our rocking chairs. The evening pulse will rise up soft, a rhythm old and deep, before the quiet town outside surrenders into sleep. We will find the record from the middle shelf, letting the trombone play entirely for itself. There is a joyful evening waiting down the road, where we will put aside the heavy worldly load. Just you and me and violins under the lampshade glow, moving to the easy beat that only lovers know. Your hair will wear a crown of silver, mine will be quite thin, yet every note that starts to play will make your shoulders spin. You will reach out a wrinkled hand to pull me to the floor, and we will dance between the rug and walnut cellar door. The kettle will whisper on the stove, a steady little hum, celebrating the golden years that we knew were to come. The world outside will hurry by in modern Russian glare, while we preserve this little pocket in our rocking chairs. The evening pulse will rise up soft, a rhythm old and deep, before the quiet town outside surrenders into sleep. We will find a record from the middle shelf, letting the trombone play entirely for itself. There is a joyful evening waiting down the road, where we will put aside the heavy worldly load. Just you and me and violins under the lampshade glow, moving to the easy beat that only lovers know. Youth is a pleasant storm, they say, a fire and a chase, but give me the future comfort of your weather face. When dusk arrives with laughter and the radio turn low, we will possess the richest peace two wandering hearts can know. 7 on the clock, face shining through the dark, a lifelong melody ready to embark. Stepping in the kitchen, lights swaying side by side, greeting
just you and me together in the years ahead. One tiny wooden domino leans flat against the polished cedar grain tonight. I count the carved white dots, thinking of that, while outside dims from orange into white. The kettle sighs upon the cast iron stove, a gentle pulse that steadies my old chest. My thoughts retrace the little roads we drove before we learned the beauty of this rest. The bustling world has folded up its sleeves. The telephone is quiet on the stand. A sweet and heavy comfort finally leaves, a peaceful weight upon my open hand. Here comes the soft electric hum of dusk, a slow release of every carry strain. The air smells sweet of lavender and musk, and washes out the memory of rain. I do not need to rush or turn the page. My heart is keeping tempo with the chime. There is a lovely quiet in this age, a tender way of leaning into time. I trace the little number 6 and 3, remembering the parlor games we played. Nobody asked for anything from me, now that the shadows have been gently laid. My slippers find the braided wool below. The mantle lamp glows steady, warm and true. I let the noisy afternoon let go and keep this pleasant solitude in view. The street has given up its hurried pace. The radio plays standards low and sweet. A settled eases occupy this place, from roof to sill, from ceiling to the street. Here comes the soft electric hum of dusk, a slow release of every carried strain. The air smells sweet of lavender and musk, and washes out the memory of rain. I do not need to rush or turn the page. My heart is keeping tempo with the chime. There is a lovely quiet in this age, a tender way of leaning into time. Some folks believe the darkness brings a chill, but I have found the truest warmth right here, when everything grows beautifully still. The things that matter suddenly appear. The wooden domino rests where it fell. The parlor lamp is golden, soft and deep. The evening has arrived to treat me well and walk me slowly to the edge of sleep. Bicycle bells fade down our quiet street. The baker rolls his iron shutter down. You made it through the long day's heavy heat and walked your tired boots back into town. Hang up your woolen coat behind the door. There is no need to rush another stride. The evening takes its slow, forgiving turn, while simple comforts wait for us inside. The teapot hums a steady little tune
just the loaf we bought 2 days ago. Forget the noisy bustle of the noon and let the parlor lamp turn soft and low. You always carry everyone's distress. Tonight, my friend, let somebody tend to you. Take the good cheer by the window, let the twilight soothe your brow. Every burden that you lifted can be laid beside you now. We have known 50 different kinds of rain, and we know how to let the evening mend the pain. Remember how we ran when we were boys, chasing the daylight till the street lamps glowed. Now quiet conversation brings more joy than any crowded turn along the road. Take the good chair by the window, let the twilight soothe your brow. Every burden that you lifted can be laid beside you now. We have known 50 different kinds of rain, and we know how to let the evening mend the pain. The street has settled into easy gray. Rest your hands upon the armrest now. Tomorrow has its own work on the way, so let the gentle shadows smooth your brow. Just rest, my friend, tonight. Rosemary rising from the oven announces that the table has been laid. Arthur unbuttons his brown woolen vest, admiring the salad Helen made. The porch light flickers on against the dusk, a signal that the working hours are through. They leave the daily paper on the bench with nothing left they really have to do. A trumpet on the parlor wireless hums, soft syncopation underneath the spoon. He catches Helen tapping out the beat beneath the pale rise of the silver moon. There is a lively current in the room, a second wind that catches by surprise. They sway between the sideboard and the rug, with 40 summers dancing in their eyes. The dinner plates can't wait until 9, while twilight pours its velvet on the floor. This evening rhythm takes them by the hand, just like it always did in days before. She laughs and pins an apron to the chair, her silver hairpin slipping just a hair. He leads her past the row of family frames, without a single sorrow left to bear. The butter melts upon the crusty roll, the kettle sighs in harmony along. Two seasoned partners stepping into grace, accompanied by some forgotten song. The tea time begins its tiny chime, ignored beside the
crystal sugar bowl. He spins her once toward the open hall as melodies rejuvenate the soul. There is a lively current in the room, a second wind that catches by surprise. They sway between the sideboard and the rug, with 40 summers dancing in their eyes. The dinner plates can wait until 9, while twilight pours its velvet on the floor. This evening rhythm takes them by the hand, just like it always did in days before. Old age was supposed to make them slow, yet dust brings out a nimble, easy pace. He whispers something fond into her ear and paints a youthful color on her face. The rosemary is savory and warm. The needle glides into the final groove. They linger in the amber parlor glow with every graceful, happy, tender move. A fleeting reflection breaks the stillness, scattering across the muted parlor floor. Outside, the dust paints the garden fence, while a gentle breeze taps the screen door. The grandfather clock marks the half-past chime, catching dust motes floating in amber beams. The day lets go of its heavy pace, drifting into quiet sepia dreams. The blue light settles against the pane, washing the mantle in indigo hue. A kettle sighs on the kitchen stove, calling our attention back on cue. This is the hour when the parlor sings, wrapped in the comfort of familiar things. Strings from the radio swell and sway, chasing the remnants of the bustling day. We watch the long shadows slowly blend, finding a peace that will never end. A silver spoon rests beside the cup, gleaming in the glow of the corner shade. Old photographs on the cedar stand keep all the promises we ever made. Your woolen slippers make no sound at all, moving with a rhythm well rehearsed. We drink the comfort of the quiet night, quenching what the noisy daylight cursed. The blue light deepens to velvet gray, stars start to glimmer above the lawn. We let the worries of yesterday fade like the colors that are gone. This is the hour when the parlor sings, wrapped in the comfort of familiar things. Strings from the radio swell and sway, chasing the remnants of the bustling day. We watch the long shadows slowly blend, finding a peace that will never end. The distant headlights sweep across the wall, like silent ships on an ocean wide. The world spins fast in the streets below, while timeless grace stays here inside. The needle rests in the final groove, the firelight flickers on polished wood. A quiet thought in the
gentle dark. Everything answered, everything understood. What keeps the sky so patient while the world winds down? The kettle sighs on the stove, or was that the front porch screen swinging loose? I remember buying those curtains in '59. The hem is still straight, though the yellow has turned to cream. Someone is whistling down on the avenue, a tune from a picture show I almost saw twice. Thoughts drift like cedar smoke over the fence. No hurry to arrive, no reason to commence. This golden hour carries its own sweet hum, a lingering tide of everything yet to come. I let the mind wander through doorways of air, finding contentment right here in the chair. Did we ever return that umbrella to George? The hallway rug catches the porch lamp now, a diamond of amber across the pattern thread. My hands know the shape of this teacup without looking down. The same chipped porcelain, the same steady warmth. A sparrow takes shelter beneath the eaves, resting its feathers before the night arrives. Minutes unfold like paper napkins on a tray, folding the scattered pieces of the day. This golden hour carries its own sweet hum, a lingering tide of everything yet to come. I let the mind wander through doorways of air, finding contentment right here in the chair. No questions need solving, no answers demand a word, just the purr of the radio, playing something I once heard, a clarinet stepping lightly through the room, soft as the dust mote spinning in the gloom. The kettle is ready now, or maybe it can wait. Let the dark gather slow by the garden gate. Patience in the twilight, a quiet train of wonder drifting along. Grounded by the stout pine frame, this heavy sea receives my frame tonight. The parlor dims, the street lamp marks the lane, and in this quiet dusk of yellow light, I found the pen I should have used before to send a message past the kitchen door. You were pacing on the front porch steps, counting every promise that you couldn't keep, worrying about the miles ahead, losing all your daylight in your sleep. Young man in the mirror of my mind, put down the heavy coat you wore so long. The road you walked was rocky but unkind, only when you try to rush the song. Look at me here in the twilight calm, oh, fire stays anchored while the kettle hums, sturdy fortress in the fallen blue. I know how fiercely every doubt becomes a storm when you are barely 22. You thought the world would shatter if you failed, or if your little schooner never sailed. You were frantic in the autumn rain, checking clocks that never seemed to move your way. Now the parlor chime is soft and plain, telling me we made it through the day. Young man in the mirror of my mind, put down the heavy coat you wore so long. The road you walked was rocky but unkind, only when you try to rush the song. Look at me here in the twilight calm, holding 80 winters in my palm. Everything you feared turned gentle in the end. Love arrived without a grand parade, not in trumpets but in folded bread and quiet cups of tea together made, and smoothing quilts across an unmade bed. You didn't have to carry every town, you only had to learn to sit right down. The wood holds firm against the night, the ink is dry, the tea is sweet. Rest your tired hands, my boy, the dusk has made our peace complete. Saffron and slate wash the platform tiles as shadows lengthen down the empty track. You take a seat and offer up a smile and ask if autumn ever wanders back. I tell you winter has a patient pace, and watch the sunset soften on your face. Nobody hurries when the lamps ignite. We share the bench and watch the settling light. There is a comfort in a friendly stranger, speaking of weather as the daylight parts. No heavy burdens and no hidden danger, just quiet rhythm in our resting hearts. The evening carries us along its way, a gentle closing to another day. You show a photograph from 40 years, a little garden in a coastal town. I speak of old routines and souvenirs before the heavy amber sky burns down. To travelers finding what the bustling miss, a peaceful hour that feels like this. The rails are glowing with a dusky gleam, and conversations drift into a dream. There is a comfort in a friendly stranger, speaking of weather as the daylight parts. No heavy burdens and no hidden danger, just quiet rhythm in our resting hearts. The evening carries us along its way, a gentle closing to another day. Your train will rumble from the western line, while mine approaches on the eastern rail. Yet for a moment, your sweet time and mine are woven softly in an evening tale. There is a comfort in a friendly stranger, speaking of weather as the daylight parts. No heavy burdens and no hidden danger, just quiet rhythm in our resting hearts. The evening carries us along its way, a across the platform floor. Farewell, my friend, until we meet once more. A polite remark before nightfall. Safe journey home. You told me yesterday that shadows always lean north before the seventh chime. Now I watch the garden gate swing shut, right on your predicted time. A silver spoon rests against the saucer rim. A folded sweater waits across the chair. The radiator clicks its steady rhythm, and autumn mist collects upon the air. There is no hurry in the parlor now. The mental clock ticks out a tender measure. Every simple thing within our sight turns quietly to treasure. The copper kettle hums above the flame. A yellow porch light flickers down the lane. The neighbor's dog curls up upon the rug. A moth taps soft against the window pane. It is the sweetest hour of the day, when little details chase the cold away. You told me yesterday the radio plays older tunes once daylight starts to bend. Here comes a saxophone across the static, greeting us like an untroubled friend. A blue glass bottle catches fading gold. Two slippers line up neatly on the mat. The evening paper lies untouched and folded beside the velvet cushion of the cat. There is no hurry in the parlor now. The mantel clock ticks out a tender measure. Every simple thing within our sight turns quietly to treasure. The copper kettle hums above the flame. A yellow porch light flickers down the lane. The neighbor's dog curls up upon the rug. A moth taps soft against the window pane. It is the sweetest hour of the day, when little details chase the cold away. A postcard propped against the porcelain bowl. The smell of cinnamon and rising yeast. The town outside is trading noise for calm as violet shadows deepen in the east. You were right about the way it feels. The spoon, the clock, the copper on the stove. A catalog of quiet little things surrounding us with love. Just surrounding us with love. One herringbone tweet across my lap stirs up the sudden Atlantic breeze. 50-odd winters dissolve in a snap under the dusk of the apple trees. I feel the rough wool you draped on my back, standing in line for the evening ferry. Fog rolling over the railway track, making us laugh when the mist grew heavy. The
to know. All of the miles turn to water and dust whenever the lamps begin to glow. We had the courage, the rhythm, the trust, stepping together so steady and slow. Night after night in the fading tide, carrying all of those years inside. Smooth, polished horn on the second button calls back the record we played all night. Small furnished flat where we needed nothing, only the kettle and candlelight. You took my hands when the music started spinning around on the braided rug. Long before anyone grew faint-hearted, safe in the shelter of that sweet hug. The streetlights flicker on down below, bringing back everything we used to know. All of the miles turn to water and dust whenever the lamps begin to glow. We had the courage, the rhythm, the trust, stepping together so steady and slow. Night after night in the fading tide, carrying all of those years inside. Time took the ferry and took the town, changed every corner we used to roam. Still, when the purple of dusk settles down, that old coat can carry me home. Worn herringbone, tweed beneath my hand, safe in the quiet across the land. Here in the dusk we remain, dancing through sunshine and rain. The painted black servant on the mantel pendulum will signal the close of another peaceful year. We will sit together while the shadows hum, pouring warm cider without a single fear. The porch will hold the scent of cooling pine, and your gentle hand will find its place in mine. All the hurry of our younger days will drift away like wood smoke on the breeze. We will smile at all the tangled ways we learned to find our ease. Here in the quiet of an evening still to come, the lamps will glow with amber light. No urgent voices, no demanding drum, just two old sweethearts settling for the night. We will listen as the neighborhood grows deep, content before we sleep. The grandfather chime will strike its mellow sound, counting the treasures we earned along the road. We will share a blanket tested and profound, laying down the heavy traveler's load. You will recall a melody we used to know, softly swaying to the embers glow. All the hurry of our younger days will melt into a gentle golden hum. We will cherish every quiet phase that time will let us become. I picture your silver hair catching the whole lamplight, a teapot resting on the checkered linen spread. Nothing left to prove against the oncoming night, only grateful words that need no longer be said. Here in the quiet of an evening still settling for the night. We will listen as the neighborhood grows deep, content before we sleep. The painted 7 watches from the wall. The twilight softens every room. We have nothing left to chase at all, safe inside the bloom of our quiet future night.
Visited a crystal prison, rest beside the bread, throwing little rainbows where the evening table spread. I watched the crimson turn to dusty blue upon the wall, and wonder why I spent the noon in dread of any fall. The day was full of frantic pace, of footsteps on the stone, yet sitting here at 7 makes a kingdom of my own. The silverware is heavy in my hand, a simple rhythm anyone can understand. My breath slows down to meet the ticking hall, as twilight settles gently on it all. There is a pleasant wait when night begins, forgiving all my hurry and my sins. The copper kettle softens on the stove, a quiet harbor in the cedar grove. I count the years by blessings in disguise, while gentle shadows cover up my eyes. My fingers tap the crystal edge, it rolls an inch or two, reflecting back the yellow lamp and all I meant to do. The garden tools are put away, the gate is on the latch. There is no urgent race today that anyone must catch. I hear the distant whistle of the quarter after train, and feel my shoulders loosen from the remnant of the strain. The china teacup warms my aging palm, the room is wrapped in honey-colored calm. No need to solve the riddles of the past, when supper time delivers peace at last. There is a pleasant wait when night begins, forgiving all my hurry and my sins. The copper kettle softens on the stove, a quiet harbor in the cedar grove. I count the years by blessings in disguise, while gentle shadows cover up my eyes. Younger hearts might seek the crowded square, chasing after music in the open air. I used to run until the stars grew pale, believing every ship must hoist a sail. Now I find my anchor in a teaspoon on the tray, content to let tomorrow find its way. The prism goes completely dark as darkness fills the pain. I close my tired eyelids and breathe easy once again. Just the quiet linen cloth, just the gentle evening moth. Good night to the day. Distant bus breaks, sigh against asphalt, signaling another workday reached its end. You untie your boots and let your shoulders drop, glad to find a quiet corner with a friend. Hear the newsboard pack his paper rack away, every little clamor winding down on cue. We do not need to chase the fading daylight, there is nowhere else we have to hurry to. Kick off the heavy shoes and settle in, than an old companion's sleeve. Listen close, the florist pulls his metal gate, locking in the roses till tomorrow dawn. You have worked your fingers to the bone of late. Now it is your turn to loosen up and yawn. Look across the table, put the ledger down. Let the street lamp paint the wallpaper in gold. We have weathered every winter in this town, and tonight there is a story to unfold. Kick off the heavy shoes and settle in. We have earned this easy hour side by side. Let the kettle steam and let the evening win. There is comfort in the slowing of the tide. Pour the tea and let the porch light softly burn. Every trouble of the day has taken leave. Just sit and listen while the gentle shadows turn. Nothing sweeter than an old companion's sleeve. Years ago we chased the neon down the lane, looking for a thrill around each busy bend. Now the simple sound of tires on damp rain brings the greatest kind of peace a heart can spend. Kick off the heavy shoes and settle in. We have earned this easy hour side by side. Let the kettle steam and let the evening win. There is comfort in the slowing of the tide. Pour the tea and let the porch light softly burn. Every trouble of the day has taken leave. Just sit and listen while the gentle shadows turn. Nothing sweeter than an old companion's sleeve. The avenue is quiet as a church tonight. Take your time, my friend, and rest your eyes. We have got the fireplace and amber light underneath these friendly, sleepy evening skies. Drifting applewood smoke curls down the screen, leading Arthur slowly to the radio dial. May adjust her apron, the faded hunter green, greeting his familiar crooked smile. The day has surrendered all its heavy demands, leaving only laughter in their weathered hands. A kettle begins its friendly whistling hum, announcing that the sweetest part of life has come. Hear the floorboards wake beneath their step, chasing away each tiny promise kept. They sway to a melody from 58, never minding if the supper's running late. There is a lively current in the quiet twilight blue, making old routines feel bright and brand new. He extends an elbow with courtly practiced grace, guiding her between the dresser and the floor. Shadows stretch like ribbons in the parlor space, breezes slip beneath the heavy cedar door. The copper pots are gleaming on their sturdy iron hook, like illustrations painted in an open storybook. The street lamp ignites its gentle yellow flame, and neither one remembers how the tired hours came. Hear the floorboards wake beneath their step, chasing away each tiny promise kept. They sway to a melody from 58, street. A sudden memory cuts the quiet room before the parliamental marks the hour. The copper kettle lifts a gentle plume, and dust begins to blossom like a flower. The street lamp flickers on the window pane, painting amber diagonals across the wall. We put aside the rush of daytime care and breathe the cool and calming twilight air. Hear the brass horn play on the phonograph, watch the long shadows sweep across the floor. We share an easy glance, a gentle laugh, while night leans softly at the wooden door. Everything settles in a golden frame, with soup warm on the low blue flame. The silverware is aligned upon the cloth, a bottle breathing by the corner plate. Attracted by the lampshade, one small moth circles where the garden latch is closed at 8. You smooth the linen napkin with your hand, content with all the simple things we plan. We put aside the rush of daytime care and breathe the cool and calming twilight air. Hear the brass horn play on the phonograph, watch the long shadows sweep across the floor. We share an easy glance, a gentle laugh, while night leans softly at the wooden door. Everything settles in a golden frame, with soup warm on the low blue flame. The avenue outside dissolves in flame. Headlights trace slow ribbons down the drive. We sit in comfort as the hours grow late, grateful just to feel so much alive. The needle drifts along the final groove. No need to hurry, nowhere left to move. A quiet cadence as the curtains sweep, a cinematic evening before sleep. Where do all the vanished minutes go when the air turns indigo? Is it into the weave of the hallway rug, or the kettle simmering slow? I was counting the spoons, now I think of 1962. That dance hall in Bristol, the coat with the buttons of blue, and the radiator thumps a little syncopated beat, while tires roll softly down the darkening asphalt street. My thoughts wander off through the pantry door, finding forgotten melodies along the floor. There is a humming inside the quiet walls, a gentle current before darkness falls. This evening carries a bright little sway, a second wind right at the close of day. The mantelpiece clock keeps an effortless pace, and every stray memory finds its right place.
someone leave the garden gate slightly ajar for the wind to play. No matter the parsley smells fresh in the bowl by the copper tray. I remember my father tapping his thumb to the radio choir. Now the copper skillet reflects the small flicker of pilot light fire. Every thought leads into another without any rhyme or straight line. Just an old melody tangled in vintage sweet scuppernong wine. The afternoon slips like water through sand, leaving a vibrant soft warmth in my hand. No need to unravel the riddle of time when dust turns each corner into a chime. This evening carries a bright little sway, a second wind right at the close of day. The mantelpiece clock keeps an effortless pace, and every stray memory finds its right place. Golden lamplight, a soft buzzing spark, floating along between daylight and dark. Questions keep asking themselves in the dusk, mixed with sweet cider and dry cinnamon husk. Why do we hurry when resting feels grand? Who guides the shadows across open land? Let them all drift, let the thinking run free to the rhythm of kettle, a floorboard and tea. Vanish minutes, where did they go? Dancing away in the lamp's amber glow. The evening is humming, alive and polite, curling up softly to welcome the night. Solid dark mahogany anchors my spine, a reassuring weight as the room turns gray. I write this down by the amber lamp shine to ease the young boy who was running away. You used to sprint till your breath felt thin, certain tomorrow was slipping your grasp. Now 60 long seasons are folded within the sturdy old timber I quietly clasp. So put down the burden you carried alone. The sky turns to violet, forgiving and deep. The houses are quiet, the garden has grown, and all of your troubles have drifted to sleep. Trust in the dusk when the long shadows blend. Everything softens, my dear early friend. The springs in the cushion remember each year. They took every sorrow and cradled the strain. I wish I could tell you that nothing you fear remains in the evening except gentle rain. You fretted over the words left unsaid, the crossroads you chose, and the turns you passed by, while simple contentment was waiting ahead. Beneath this serene and untroubled home sky, there is grace in the slowing of pace at the end, a warmth in the kettle, a book on the shelf. If time could deliver a letter to send, I would whisper, be gentle and kind to yourself. So put down the burden you carried alone. The sky turns to violet, forgiving and deep. The houses are quiet, the garden has grown, and all of your troubles have drifted to sleep. Trust in the dusk when the long shadows blend. Everything softens, my dear early friend. The chair keeps its vigil, dependable ground. now, young dreamer. You arrive in safe hands.
Tangerine 새로 저는 orphan, softening every hard edge in town. The gentleman beside me folds his paper, watching the traffic slowly wind down. He nods toward the avenue and smiles, saying the dusk always brings folks together. Two strangers pausing on a busy corner, finding the tempo that suits us best. The day has surrendered its heavy hurry, leaving a sweet and easy rest. There is a lively peace in the evening, a golden spark that starts to hum when street lamps flicker into the shadows, welcoming all the stars to come. We trade our stories of simple pleasures, glad for this brief and neighborly grace. He tells me he worked 30 years at the harbor, listening to foghorns answer the tide. I tell him I still keep my garden growing, watching the seasons side by side. He chuckles and adjusts his wool cap neatly, saying good company makes the air warm. Two strangers pausing on a busy corner, finding the tempo that suits us best. The day has surrendered its heavy hurry, leaving a sweet and easy rest. There is a lively peace in the evening, a golden spark that starts to hum when street lamps flicker into the shadows, welcoming all the stars to come. We trade our stories of simple pleasures, glad for this brief and neighborly grace. The bus approaches with a hiss of brakes. Our little interlude draws to an end. Funny how 5 minutes on a bench seat can turn someone foreign into a friend. Tangerine turns to deep indigo now. He tips his brim and climbs aboard. I walk toward home with a lighter spirit, grateful for every gentle word. Good evening, my friend. Safe travels home. Remember to count the small blessings you remarked yesterday beside the garden gate. Now the copper latch clicks shut against the fence. A robin pecks the lawn before it gets too late. The yellow kettle whistles on the stove, a stack of folded napkins by the plate. There is a gentle hum inside the walls, a drowsy wind across the window pane. Every little movement settles down like gentle summer rain. 7 silver spoons in line, slippers resting near the hall, shadows creeping up the pine, soft reflections on A neighbor rolls his green bin down the drive. The porch light flickers once and then turns bright. Two folded letters lean against the jar. The radio plays tunes we used to write. Your woolen scarf is hanging from the peg, catching the remaining sliver of the light. There is an easy grace in how we stay, no hurry left in anything we do. The twilight clears the clutter from the day and brings me back to you. 7 silver spoons in line, slippers resting near the hall, shadows creeping up the pine, soft reflections on the wall. It is the calmest hour of the day, when every simple thing feels sweet and right. We watch the bustling world drift away and welcome in the night. The grandfather clock ticks slow and deep. The tabby cat curls tight upon the rug. The world outside is getting ready for sleep, wrapped inside an evening warm and snug. The copper latch is still, the tea is poured and warm. 7 silver spoons in line, safe from every storm. Good evening, my love. Good evening. Plush chenille threads catch upon my skin, woven tightly when our days were new. Twilight settles on the radiator tin, turning all the dusty parlor blue. I run my thumb along a frayed repair, a little stitch you made in '69. Suddenly the parlor disappears from there, and your hand is falling into mine. The evening kettle begins to hum its tune, pulling back the curtain on the moon. Just one touch of cotton brings it near, every hidden chapter held so clear. Here comes that golden ballroom sound, spinning us around and back around. We were young and careless in the heat, barefoot lovers on an empty street. Time went wandering, but the cloth remained unbroken through the winters and the rain. Now the parlor fills with supper, dancing through the night. I remember how the music filled the floor, big brass swinging in the seaside breeze. You were laughing by the open ballroom door, tossing peanut shells into the seas. We bought this blanket on the drive back home, folded neatly in the trunk behind. 50 autumns passed while we were fully grown, yet the weave is still so soft and kind. The porch light flickers on across the lane, rinsing out the shadows
from the pain. Just one touch of cotton brings it near. Every melody I used to hear. Here comes that golden ballroom sound, spinning us around and back around. We were young and careless in the heat, barefoot lovers on an empty street. Time went wandering, but the cloth remained unbroken through the winters and the rain. Now the parlor fills with supper light, and yesterday is dancing through the night. They say the years will dull the sharpest beat and quiet down the rhythm of the heart. Yet sitting here beneath this cotton sheet, we are right back where we made our start. Here comes that golden ballroom sound, spinning us around and back around. Ooh, we were young and careless in the heat, barefoot lovers on an empty street. Time went wandering, but the cloth remained unbroken through the winters and the rain. Now the parlor fills with supper light, and yesterday is dancing through the night. Crush Chanel threads upon my knee, the evening kettle pouring out our tea. Step by step, the past comes home to stay. Good evening, love, from miles and miles away. A Polish golden 8 upon the mantel will catch the last rays pouring through the glass. We will untie the ribbons on our sweaters and watch another gentle twilight pass. The copper kettle sings upon the burner, a cheerful whistle for the coming night. We will exchange our quiet little stories beneath the soft and honey-tinted light. No rush will pull us from the table, no worries knocking on the pane. We will be steady, warm and able to let the joyful hours remain. Yeah, years from now when dust comes calling, we will step into the swing. Shadows stretch while night is falling, and the old brass radio will sing. With smiling eyes and slippers on the floor, we will love the evening even more. The wooden clock will strike with mellow rhythm, its pendulum a faithful golden beat. We will pour cider into sturdy teacups and share a freshly baked vanilla treat. Your silver hair will catch the parlor lamplight, a melody will start to softly sway. We will look forward to the simple pleasures that wash away the bustle of the day. No heavy burdens left to carry, just laughter floating in the room. We will not linger or be wary beneath the friendly silver moon. Years from now when dust comes calling, we will step into the swing. Shadows stretch while night is falling, and the old brass radio will sing. With smiling eyes and slippers on the floor, we will love the evening
evening even more. I picture how the lively spirits gather when darkness brings the world outside to rest. Of all the seasons we will spend together, these twilight chapters surely shine the best. Years from now, when dust comes calling, we will step into the swing. Shadows stretch while night is falling, and the old brass radio will sing. With smiling eyes and slippers on the floor, we will love the evening even more. The golden eight will strike on time. Our evening steps will find their rhyme. Resting easy heart to heart, where all our sweetest evenings start. An engraved brass bell stands silent near my cup, catching the orange filament as the shade lights up. I count the little scratches along its polished crown, while the heavy pulse of twilight spreads across the town. My heart picks up a tempo the daylight kept contained, a pleasant little hum that cannot be explained. The street below turns blue, the parlor gathers heat. I tap a single finger to an inner drum beat. The day has run its course, the heavy work is through, and now I have this vibrant now entirely brand new. There is a lively current in the settling dusk, a bouquet made of peppermint and cinnamon and musk. I smile inside this quiet room, completely in my stride, with 50 pleasant memories riding on the tide. The evening has its own spark, steady and profound, and I am humming along without a single sound. I turn the brass bell gently, watching ribbons cross the grain, listening to a motor car speeding through the lane. I used to rush through dinner when my youth was running fast. Now every ticking second feels built to softly last. A sudden surge of energy blossoms in my chest, a cheerful readiness to make this evening time the best. The street below turns blue, the parlor gathers heat. I tap a single finger to an inner drum beat. The world outside is slowing, but right here in my chair, an electric sense of wonder fills the midnight air. There is a lively current in the settling dusk, a bouquet made of peppermint and cinnamon and musk. I smile inside this quiet room, completely in my stride, with 50 pleasant memories riding on the tide. The evening has its own spark, steady and profound, and I am humming along without a single sound. Oh, age brings a secret brightness to the closing of the day, a rhythm far more sweet than youth could ever give away. I pick the bell up lightly, ring a chime just for myself, then place it back in order on the tablecloth shelf. There is a lively current in the settling dusk, a bouquet made of peppermint and cinnamon and musk. I smile inside this quiet room, completely in my stride, with 50 pleasant memories riding on the tide. The evening has its own spark, steady and profound, and I am humming along without a single sound. The chime rings clear and fades away, lively in its proper time and place. Streetcar bells chime down the avenue, calling all the workers home to stay. You look tired around the corners of your eyes, carrying the burden of the day. Hang your heavy overcoat upon the peg, let the city traffic fade outside. Hear that lively tune playing on the radio. There is plenty left of evening to enjoy. Shake the sidewalk dust away, old friend. We have stories waiting to be told. There is warmth inside this cozy room tonight, far away from bitter wind and cold. Tap your shoes against the braided rug. Ooh, let the cheerful rhythm start again. Children shouting down the alleyway, heading inside as the lamppost glow. You spent 50 years of giving all your strength. Now it is your turn to take it slow. I set out the checkerboard and dominoes, poured 2 cups of cider, sweet and clear. The parlor clock strikes 6:30, and the twilight settles soft and blue. Shake the sidewalk dust away, old friend. We have stories waiting to be told. There is warmth inside this cozy room tonight, far away from bitter wind and cold. Tap your shoes against the braided rug. Ooh, let the cheerful rhythm start again. Remember back when we were younger men, chasing down the trolley in the rain. The seasons might have slowed our stride a bit, but the merry heart inside remains the same. Shake the sidewalk dust away, old friend. We have stories waiting to be told. There is warmth inside this cozy room tonight, far away from bitter wind and cold. Tap your shoes against the braided rug. Ooh, let the cheerful rhythm start again. Sit back and let the music play. We have nowhere else we need to be. Shake the sidewalk dust away. Rest your weary soul with me. Nutmeg and roasted hazelnuts drift through the alleyway, calling the neighborhood home before the close of day. Walter polishes his favorite Oxford shoes, whistling an old-time melody to chase away the news. Claire sets her amber brooch upon a navy gown, listening as friendly chatter starts to fill the town. The dusk has a pulse tonight, steady and bright, turning the cobblestones golden in the lantern light. No need to hurry, yet nobody wants to wait. When music begins to gather by the garden gate, there is a lively spark in the twilight air. 2 stepping down the creaking wooden stair, hands find a rhythm they have kept for 50 years, leaving behind the worries and the quiet fears. The social hall is humming, the brass is tuned and sweet, as twilight brings the magic back into their feet. to reveal a buttery glow. Fiddles warming up with a gentle, joyful bow. Neighbors tip their hats as they gather near the door, eager for the dust to rise above the maple floor. Walter takes her elbow with a courtly grace, a boyish grin returning to his weathered face. The dusk has a pulse tonight, steady and bright, turning the cobblestones gold in the lantern light. No need to hurry, yet nobody wants to wait. When music begins to gather by the garden gate, there is a lively spark in the twilight air. Two stepping down the creaking wooden stair, hands find a rhythm they have kept for 50 years, leaving behind the worries and the quiet fears. The social hall is humming, the brass is tuned and sweet, as twilight brings the magic back into their feet. It only takes a clarinet, a shuffle on the floor, to make them feel like sweethearts of 21 once more. The daylight is sleeping, but the energy is proud, spinning together in the warm and cheerful crowd. Polished Oxford leather glides across the floor, smiling like the years cannot touch them anymore. The band plays a final swing as evening turns to night, walking home together in the pleasant starry light. One unexpected impulse breaks the hush, a spark that turns the stillness to a rush. The shadow on the baseboard starts to sway as twilight packs the working world away. Down on the corner, street lamps flicker red, replacing every weary thought we had. Hear that record player drop the needle down, spilling syncopation through the sleepy town. Front doors are opening, voices call along. Every quiet hallway wants a brassy song. There goes the evening swinging into gear, warming up the corners of another year. Tablecloths of checkered red and glasses clinking high, underneath the velvet canopy of sky. Step into the rhythm, leave the porch behind, find the brightest corner that you came to find. A saxophone is tuning in the hall, while amber sconces glow against the wall. The butcher wipes his counter with a smile, and pairs of polished loafers walk the aisle. Steam from the kitchen carries garlic sweet, drawing lively footsteps right across the street. Hear that upright piano find its walking bass, putting easy color on a tired face. Laughter rolling over like a friendly tide, pulling every neighbor from their seat inside. There goes the evening swinging into gear, warming up the corners of another year. Tablecloths of checkered red and glasses clinking high, underneath the velvet canopy of sky. Step into the rhythm, leave the porch behind, find the brightest corner that you came to find. The daytime had its worries, but they drift away like smoke, dissolving in the chorus of a tavern joke. Now chandeliers are glowing with the festive goes the evening, swinging into gear, warming up the corners of another year.
Tablecloths of checkered red and glasses clinking high underneath the velvet canopy of sky. Step into the rhythm, leave the porch behind. Find the brightest corner that you came to find.
Silver forks are tapping on the porcelain plates. Nobody is watching how the hour waits. Lights stay warm along the avenue, swinging through the evening till the night is new. Who decided that twilight had to hold its breath? A teapot whistle somewhere down the block. The radiator knocks 3 times like an old acquaintance, and suddenly my shoes are tapping against the linoleum, thinking about cherry cobbler and high button shoes, while the evening light turns buttery across the wallpaper. One thought rolls into another like marbles on hardwood, a violin on the radio, a neighbor calling out across the hedge, and there's this quick little spark in my chest. The day winds down, but the spirit winds right up. We are dancing between the butter dish and the bread box, humming half a tune we thought we lost in 59. Everything is moving, everything is bright. Let the questions drift away into the parlor light. Is it the coffee or the company making the pulse skip? The butcher on the corner closes blinds at 5. Now the shadows stretch long and handsome like Fred Astaire, and my fingers drum the tabletop in 4/4 time. Remembering the penny arcade, the boardwalk breezes, the way a good sweater smells like autumn cedar. A sudden laughter from the back porch door, the kettle settles down. The ice cubes click inside the glass, and the room starts humming with a lively glow. The day winds down, but the spirit winds right up. We are dancing between the butter dish and the bread box, humming half a tune we thought we lost in 59. Everything is moving, everything is bright. Let the questions drift away into the parlor light. Never mind why the stars come out on cue, or where the quiet afternoons run off to. There is too much joy in the clatter of the silverware, too much bounce in this velvet armchair. Turns the room, catches fire with charm, stepping into supper time with someone on my arm. Heavy carved walnut presses firm beneath my shoulders as dust gathers on the street. I dip my fountain pen in midnight blue to write a patient message straight to you. The nervous boy who ran across the town, afraid the spinning world would let him down. Put down the heavy coat you used to wear, take one deep breath and smell the evening air. The things that kept you pacing on the floor are merely shadows past the parlor door. Relax your shoulders, let the music start. There is a lively rhythm in your heart. The evening brings a second wind to share, right here within the sturdy rocking chair. You made it through the storm and paid the fee. beside the phonograph with me. You worried over money, debts and pride, and kept your tender hopes locked deep inside. Look at me now, the dinner simmered slow, a glass of cider by the table glow. The neighbors gather on the corner lawn. We have much more than when our youth was gone. Put down the heavy coat you used to wear. There is no deadline waiting over there. The trouble that you carried like a stone has melted into laughter we now own. Relax your shoulders, let the music start. There is a lively rhythm in your heart. The evening brings a second wind to share. Right here within the sturdy rocking chair. You made it through the storm and paid the fee. Now sit beside the phonograph with me. We dance a little faster when the porch light shines, pouring sweet contentment like vintage wines. You never had to hurry through the dark. The ending was a firework in the park. So rest easy, boy, the future is alive. We found our finest melody at 75. Heavy carved walnut holds us safe tonight. Everything you wanted turned out bright. Burn apricot beams spill across the pavilion floor as strangers wander through the open double door. You set your coat beside my table with a smile and asked if anyone was sitting here a while. I told you take a seat, the night has just begun. There is a second wind that follows down the sun. The drum attests to snare, the trombone clears its throat. A sudden lively pulse rides in on every note. We lean across the wood, our coffee cups in hand, ready for the first arrangement from the band. Some folks believe that dusk was made for slowing down, to pull the curtain shut and quietly leave the town. But look at how the room begins to find its stride, with friendly voices rising up on every side. An unfamiliar face, a sudden shared delight. There is a joyful current waking up the night. I used to dance right here in 1962. You chuckled as you tapped your polished leather shoe. My knees complain a bit, but when the trumpets play, I feel like running back and shaking off the day. I laughed and told you how I nearly stayed at home until I heard the brass calling through the chrome. The upright bass begins to walk a steady line. A sudden magic turns your memory into mine. We lean across the wood, our coffee cups in hand, ready for the first arrangement from the band. Some folks believe that dusk was made for slowing down, to pull the curtain shut and quietly leave the town. But look at how the room begins to find its stride, with friendly voices rising up on every side. An unfamiliar face, a sudden shared delight. There is a joyful current waking up the night. The saxophone takes off, the dancers take the floor. I toast your health before you head toward the door. A conversation brief, a spirit shining bright. Two strangers stepping lively deep into the night. Your sister said yesterday that evenings grow quicker, and now I see the avenue beginning to flicker. A silver Buick parks beside the flower shop wall. The baker sweeps the crumbs away before the shadows fall. A sparrow takes a bath inside the marble fountain bowl, and Mr. Gable starts his customary evening stroll. Every little corner has a story taking flight, gathering momentum as we roll into the night. Listen to the hum along the brick-paved lane, the tap of polished Oxfords on a subway drain. The butcher turns the sign around, the diner glows in red. A stack of folded newspapers beside a loaf of bread. It is the pleasant stir before the stars arrive, when every quiet corner feels completely alive. The tailor locks his iron gate with two metallic clicks. The clock above the post office is ticking past 6. A poodle on a leather leash is barking at a broom, while someone plays a clarinet inside an upstairs room. The aroma of sweet garlic drips from number 23, and Mrs. Gable waves a yellow teapot back at me. Every open window shares a melody or song, reminding everybody that we all belong. Listen to the hum along the brick-paved lane, the tap of polished Oxfords on a subway train. The butcher turns a sign around, the diner glows in red. A stack of folded newspapers beside a loaf of bread. It is the pleasant stir before the stars arrive, when every quiet corner feels completely alive. She told me yesterday the dark is something to outrun, but I prefer to linger when the busy work is done. Between the daytime hurry and the velvet midnight sleep, there is a gentle rhythm that I always want to keep. Ooh. Listen to the hum along the brick-paved lane, the tap of polished Oxfords on a subway train. The butcher turns a sign around, the diner glows in red. A stack of folded newspapers beside a loaf of bread. It is the pleasant stir before the stars arrive, when every quiet corner feels completely alive. The lamplight warms the sidewalk now, the porch steps catch the breeze somehow. Just small commotions on the street, where evening and contentment meet. Stiff gabardine wool rubs my fingertips as twilight stretches over the floorboards. I feel the stitched hem where the fabric grips, opening gates to forgotten dance floors. One little touch sends a sudden spark straight through the dust of a quiet room. We used to outshine the coming dark, chasing the saxophone's golden bloom. The teapot whistles a syncopated beat, calling the tempo into my fleet. Dinner can simmer a minute more, I hear the band by the ballroom door. Step to the left and swing on the two. Shake off the day in your polished shoes. Memory rolls like a runaway train, lighting the blood in each happy vein. The parlor is glowing, the record is set. We have plenty of swing left in us yet. Smooth nylon lining against my wrist brings back the laughter at 8:30. Every quick turn that we never miss, spinning in style past the garden gate. Here in the kitchen the shadows sway, matching the footwork I thought I lost. Youth is a melody here to stay, no matter how many lines we cross. The radiator clicks like a hi-hat cymbal. My hands are steady, my ankles nimble. The years might whisper to take a seat, but dusk is asking to move our feet. Step to the left and swing on the two. Shake off the day in your polished shoes. Memory rolls like a runaway train, lighting the blood in each happy vein. The parlor is glowing, the record is set. We have plenty of swing left in us yet. It only takes a patch of cloth, a single thread of blue, to pull the vibrant yesterday right back in front of you. The evening isn't meant for quiet sighs and fading down. It's meant to light a second fire across this sleepy town. Step to the left and swing on the two. Shake off the day in your polished shoes. Memory rolls like a runaway train, lighting the blood in each happy vein. The parlor is glowing, the record is set. We have plenty of swing left in us yet. Gabardine jacket resting on the chair. Music is lingering in the air. Supper is ready, the table is bright, ready to waltz through the rest of the night. The carved Roman 5 on the grandfather case will strike with a velvety tone. And there we will stand in that future-built place, no longer in hurry alone. You will loosen your collar and kick off your shoes while water begins for the tea. Imagining records we are going to choose when dust brings its melody free. The kettle will whistle a jaunty refrain. The curtains will flutter with grace. We will wash off the travel, forget all the rain, and step to a livelier pace. There is music waiting down the years, a supper hour rhythm that clears all our fears. We will toast to the road and the twilight ahead, with butter and honey on oven warm bread. Oh, favorites will play from the corner set high as stars fill the velvet of night in the sky. And the laughter will rise like a fire, brand new in that parlor tomorrow with you. The shadows will lengthen along polished floors, reflecting the candles we light. We will close up the windows and bolt all the doors to welcome the warmth of the night. You will take both my hands for a turn round the rug, a sway from our younger day prime, content in the comfort of porcelain.
us near. There is music waiting down the years, a supper hour rhythm that clears all our fears. We will toast to the road and the twilight ahead, with butter and honey on oven warm bread. Old favorites will play from the corner set high, as stars fill the velvet of night in the sky, and the laughter will rise like a fire brand new in that parlor tomorrow with you. We do not need a ballroom to find such delight, just two happy hearts and an ordinary night. I can see it so clear in the days yet unseen, a golden glow resting where we have always been. The 5 turns to 6 and the 6 turns to 7, an easy slow waltz under homemade blue heaven. Keep the record turning round, listen to the sweetest sound